Okay, so we started earlier with all the parts, and now here it is all together. You can see here there's two live leads. These are the loads, 110, 110. This is the neutral, and this is the ground. This is called the weatherhead. Comes down the pipe into the meter box, and I don't know if you can see, the ground runs through there, neutral, power, power, and then it goes out, power, power, neutral, and ground. Now, I also wanted to mention that because I used aluminum wire, and these are a steel / galvanized connection, you have to use a anti-corrosion product on there to make sure that there is no corrosion. So this part is said, I'll put the cardboard cover on this and the cover, and it's good to go out there to the meter. Here's the main panel. I've got, this is the main breaker, a 20 amp, a 20 amp. This is open, and this is an open 30 amp 220 breaker. And what I'm going to use that for later on is the water pump when the well is in. And here come the live leads, 110, 110. The ground is down here. And as you can see, I've got ground wires hooked up here that go to the outlets, and that's where I'll also hook up the ground from the ground rod. And then on this side is the neutral, remember the white with the black, and these are the neutral wires coming from the outlets. Now, here are the outlets here that are finished. And because they're outside, they do need a weatherproof cover, and they are GFCIs, ground fault contact interrupters. Now, the one thing I want to point out about these is very important for some that may have never dealt with these. When you're using a 20 amp outlet or a 15, with a 20 amp you have to use a 20 amp outlet and 12 gauge wire. If these were 15 amp, this can be 14 gauge, and these could be a 15 amp breaker. And the other most important thing, I don't know if you can see the yellow tape here, there's two definite sides to a ground fault breaker. Okay, one is a line and one's considered a load. So how we've wired this is it comes from the panel, the breaker, that's considered the line, comes in, comes up through into the line side, and to maintain polarity, black goes to brass and white goes to the silver side. Okay, and then when we jump to the second one, this one is considered the load. This is a load for this one, so you connect to the load side of this particular GFCI, and you come into the live side, which is the line. So you can always consider the line side as the feed, and the load side is what goes to the next outlet, even if it's just a standard outlet and not a GFCI. And if it were just the last unit in line, it would be just the black and the white like this, and then the yellow would stay here. And then what I've done is I've connected the grounds together here to make separate grounds to each unit. So there you have it, folks. It's just about ready to go. I'm going to just button up that last weatherproof cover, and then we're going to load it in the van and head on out to the property.